lady had a restraining order against the husband, but how he got his way back to the flat where they were living in Suffolk, nobody knows. That the guy is the sole perpetrator. And now the 3 children have to be taken into care. They are in social service. And I didn't bring my husband. And what will society say if I moved abroad and I didn't bring my wife? And what will society say if I'm a single mother? If I'm a single father, what will society say? Listen, if anything happens to you, society has moved on. It is you that is seeing the shaggy. So you are the sole architect of your life. If it was to be in a prison in Nigeria or somewhere in Ghana, in Sawam prison. Now, if you look at the guy and the girl, hey. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the sudden demise and the painful exit of one of our own overseas trained nurses who recently relocated to the UK with her family, who allegedly has been strangulated to death or was strangled to death by her estranged husband. Somebody tagged me in one of the videos somewhere on social media, and that is how I got to know the information or the news that is circulating about this young, promising, overseas Nigerian trained ophthalmic nurse who passed her IELTS, passed her CBT, brought her family, which is the husband and 3 sons, to the UK, and her life has been ended in cold blood. I'm just going to read how it was forwarded to me, just so that I don't say anything out of context, because sometimes when you are carried away by a story, you don't know how you're going to elaborate on it. So I'm going to read first before I give any comment about this. The family of the former ophthalmic nurse at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, who was found dead in her home in Suffolk, United Kingdom, has expressed sadness over her death. Punch Metro learned that Tawoma was allegedly strangled to death by her husband on Tuesday, November 28. It was gathered that the mother of 3, who was also a nurse in UK, had reported a case of an assault by her husband to the police on Monday, 27th of November. That was a day before her death. The police, upon visiting their apartment the following day, found Tao lying on the floor of the living room, motionless. Efforts to revive her, however, proved abortive as she was declared dead by the paramedics who arrived at the scene. Tao's husband, who also was said to be inside the apartment with her, was thereafter arrested on suspicion of her murder. The couple got married in 2016. However, the late Tao relocated to UK in 2022 and was later joined by the husband early 2023. It is noted that the children of the couple were currently being taken into care by the UK social services. The story is very long, but I'll just summarize it. So it is alleged that when they came into UK, things began to go sour. There were a lot of friction. Some people are saying it's over bills. They were, fighting over who is going to pay the bills and who is going to do, family commitment. Some are also saying that the marriage was already sour back home before they relocated. There were red flags here and there. But if you look at their social media poses, if you look at the pictures that they took before they relocated to UK, didn't look like these 2 people were not happy together. Do you get? They were giving that couple vibe, and they looked like a good piece, a family that were happy together. So nobody knows what happened in between the lines after they relocated to UK. Is only God that can judge. In other stories, it is stated that the lady had a restraining order against the husband, which means that the husband shouldn't come close to where she was with the kids. But how he got his way back to the flat where they were living in Suffolk, nobody knows. In other news, it is reported that when they got into the flat, they found the husband with a lifeless body and another guy, a 38-year-old guy. So they arrested both that guy and the husband. Now they've got three lovely boys. She is a young mother of three boys. I think the husband is 47 years, so the lady will be about in her mid-30s, late 30s. I'm not too sure. And it's such a disheartening story of a young, promising lady who has written all these exams, has gone through the motions of having to write IELTS, having to go through CBT, passing all of these exams, securing a job in the UK, having good plans for her family and her children to also have a better life. And she brought her family almost immediately after she came. Not like some of us that waited. She brought the family when she came in 2022. The husband and children immediately joined her in early this year, 2023. And they've been married from 2016, means they've been married 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 7 years after they married, she got this brilliant opportunity. Nobody knows what those red flags were. But if you read the comments from the family, the way they expressed it, they are saying that the guy is the sole perpetrator based on the whatever they know about the marriage. And whatever she reported to the family of whatever happened between the two of them is what the brothers are now saying, that based on what she reported, they believe or they are sure or they are convinced that the husband is the sole perpetrator of their sister. It's such a sad news. My heart, first of all, goes to the family of the deceased, because she's a colleague in the noble profession and overseas nurse. Obviously, it could be possible that she might have come across some of our videos. She might have, gotten some assistance from us, some of our videos, to relocate to the UK. She settled in the UK, in Suffolk, with 3 children, and now the 3 children have to be taken into care. They are in social service. Whatever happened, nobody should take the life of another person, no matter what she did. Doesn't matter what she has done, whatever her offenses. You shouldn't take life from somebody that you didn't give life to. So this gentleman didn't give life to the girl, but he has managed to take life out of her. Now you have killed her, you've murdered her, and you've left 3 innocent children, 3 boys, into the mercy of social services. But what I want to say here is that she actually reported to the police on the 27th that the husband was assaulting her. And when the police got to her flat on the 28th morning to check up on her, they found her in that state. Sometimes when certain things happen, look at the situation that you are in. You are the only one that knows what you are facing. Sometimes we are tempted to think, what will society say if I moved abroad and I didn't bring my husband? And what will society say if I moved abroad and I didn't bring my wife? And what will society say if I'm a single mother? If I'm a single father, what will society say? Listen, if anything happens to you, society has moved on. It is you that is seeing the shaggy. So you are the sole architect of your life. The Bible says that wisdom is the principal thing, and in all of your doings, seek understanding. My heart really goes out to this young lady because she looked like somebody who has a whole future ahead of her. She's young. She'll be around my age mate, so she's very young. And I'm a mother of 3 girls. I'm imagining 3 boys. That guy should be put. And you know the funny thing? Even if he's arrested and he's put in jail, he's put in jail in UK. He's going to eat for free. He's going to be looked after for free. He's going to be well taken care of. If he was to be in a prison in Nigeria or somewhere in Ghana, in Sawam prison. Now, if you look at the guy and the girl, hey, this life is not balanced though. My dear fellow colleagues in the noble profession, my dear Jakba nurses, please do not let anybody make you feel bad if you are relocating and you feel like this move, I have to go alone. When Abraham was taken, God was taking him to the promised land. If he had gone alone, he went to take Lot to follow him. Sometimes we see the red flags and we overlook them. I saw Tochi Esther, who is also a fellow YouTuber, share a similar story about a couple of days ago or a day before I filmed this particular video, talking about a lady who came here on a student visa, brought the husband with one child. The husband got her pregnant and abandoned her with the one child and the pregnancy. Student visa. 20 hours cannot take care of this lady. The husband was sending her £50 a week. He left the house, went somewhere, and was sending her £50 a week. It's not only the ladies that are vulnerable. Sometimes it's the other way around. Some of the men also come, they go and bring the ladies and they see shaggy in their eyes. And when they go and report, the ladies go and claim abuse and seek asylum. People, let's be guided in this relocation process. Let's be guided. Let's pray. Don't feel bad or don't feel intimidated if you have plans to relocate and you feel like this person that I was with, I saw a red flag, I'm seeing a red flag or something is happening, something is not right, and you are scared that somebody will judge you because you moved alone and you didn't take that person along with you. Because sometimes it is in your own best interest, but you never know. This is not the first time a nurse has relocated and has been killed. A lot of stories, but this one has pained me. Now, police are looking for people who know this lady, who have some evidence or something to back something so that they can press charges. As at the time I'm filming this video, I don't know whether anything has been gathered yet. I will leave the link to the story in the description box so that if you can read and you know anything about this lady, you can trace and give some support to the police, because this man has to be dealt with if he is really the one that did it and there is enough evidence. My people, sometimes even if it takes you to report the person to Home Office and get them deported, do it. If you don't know how to report somebody to Home Office, it's simple. Go on Google how to report a partner to Home Office. You submit your name and that person's name, your contact details, your date of birth, your email address, and you give Home Office the consent to contact that person. I think what this lady should have done is that after she got that restraining order, if that is the truth of the whole story, now we don't know. In my culture, they said, if no, once you die, your story is dead. You are the only person that knows the truth. Now you are gone. Nobody can trace the truth. Even if we can trace the truth, it will be patches of stories here and there of everybody's opinion and what they have to say. My heart is very heavy towards this particular family. I'm so sad. I would say that when she got the restraining order for the husband, she should have quickly contacted Home Office, giving Home Office detail. Home Office will write to the guy and tell him, this person has said that you are no longer under the visa. You give him time to leave, to go back to Nigeria. There is more to life than a marriage and relationship, my people. Sometimes you are sitting by the fire. You know how much is burning you. Me that I'm sitting, I don't know. I will just be here and rant. And the reason why I'm taking this story very serious is that a lot of people are going through abuse in this UK and they are quiet. They are not talking about it. They are not talking to anybody about it. Somebody messaged me recently about childcare that she has given birth in UK. She is supposed to resume back to go to work. She needs childcare support. I said, but you are married, you have a husband. Let your husband support you here and there. He said the husband said he's concentrating on his career. He's building career. Which career? I think what most families do not do is that when they are coming abroad, they do not sit down to strategize. You have to sit down to plan as a family. We are going abroad. This is the situation. You are the main applicant. I am the dependent. This is how much you're going to be earning. This is how much I aim to earn. How are we going to work together? How are we going to split the bills? Because here, life is different from back home. Because back home, men are providers 100%. Mostly. But here, you find a woman sharing 50%, 50% with the husband. Do you get? Just to make sure that things run. It's that same way when it comes to childcare, when it comes to looking after the children. The men do school runs. The men change the pad. The men cook, they clean as well. And that is how life goes on. You see that people are happy outside. When you go to the home, the men are doing dishes. They are cleaning. There is no problem with that. At the end of the day, it's a win-win game. But if you don't understand how the culture and dynamics work and you move, you get culture shock, especially the men. They don't understand why they should wash dishes. They should sweep. They should do school runs. They should clean. But the woman cannot do it alone. The woman too doesn't understand why she should split bills with you. When you are the provider, you pay. I brought you. I'm the main applicant, you're the dependent. So there should be reasonable adjustments before people move abroad. But if you see red flags, don't bring the person. Don't bring you. Hey, don't bring them. I'm telling you, I'm your internet sister. I'm telling you for free. This is free counsel, free advice. You didn't pay for it. Don't bring them. Or even if you will, give that person time for their brain to be well adjusted before you bring them. Or after you've brought them, you realize that things are changing. Get a community. Speak to people. Speak up. Some people don't speak up. They are just there. You are dying in silence. You are there. Speak up. There are a lot of support systems here in the UK. The Home Office is there. Reports. The police is there. The courts are there. The family tribunals. You've got communities. If you're Nigerian, the Nigerian community, the Ghanaian community, if they are not helpful, escalate it to higher authorities. Let them take it up for you. Because I don't understand how the guy got a restraining order and he still found his way to the girl's house, if that is the truth. That he really had a restraining order. Because she reported abuse on the 27th of November and on 28th morning she's dead at 9:55. I don't even know what to say. But if you are watching this video and you know anything about this story that can help the police, because I tried to search more about the story after I was tagged. I tried to see if any of the big, newspapers are reporting it in the UK, but none of them is reported it yet. So let's help for them to really investigate into this matter. And if the guy is really, really the perpetrator, as it is alleged, he should face the law. He must answer. He must answer to the law. It's not worth it. Nobody should die, no matter what they did, should be killed because of whatever. She doesn't deserve it to die. You can walk away. Is it too hard? Walk away. I know a guy that did it. They came here as a couple. The girl was misbehaving, Sometimes the ladies, after they brought the guy here, they feel like the lady was misbehaving. Eventually reported him to Home Office. He quickly switched to another visa. He got a tier 2. He jumped onto it. He left. He left the lady in peace to carry on with her life. So sometimes just avoid trouble. You can look for switch. I don't want to judge whether it's the man that did it, whether it's the woman that did it. That's not my duty here. But guide your life, guide your heart with all diligence, because from it comes issues of life. My people, I'll bring an end to this video. Let God be the ultimate judge. My condolences goes to the family of the deceased, and my heart goes to the kids as well. Let's try and look after each other. If you feel like you need support, speak up. If you feel like you need support, speak up. Speak to somebody you can trust. Speak up so that if anything happens, there is evidence to back you, or there is evidence to support you. Otherwise, you're on your own.